Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So I'm aware that this reading is a day late. I was sick and I'm still sick, so I had to take a day to get back on my feet. As usual, pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 2 in the middle, pile 3 is on your right. Take your time if you need to stop the video. I'll see you in timestamps. Hey group number 1, let's see what's happening with you next week and a half. If you skip the intro, I'm aware that this reading is late. For a day, I was sick and I'm still currently sick, but I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Let's go. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. We have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. And we have the end. Work, achievement, success. So it feels like next week and a half in general, when I'm looking at all the 3 cards, it's all about your material resources. And I want to say that this feels like reward for the work that you have done in the past. There is something that you invested your time and energy into. It could be as simple as send out a CV, right, in order to find a better or more well-paid job, or you completed a task, or you spend your time and energy on a project which is going to be bringing in you financial resources. Overall, a really successful week when it comes to work and when it comes to finances. Let's see, what else? I kind of want to jump into the first card, and I'm going to be clarifying all these 3 cards as I go, and then we're going to look at the overall for the next week and a half. What about a money path? A path with money is waiting for you to find it. How will this unfold for you? And I'm using the Tarot of the Angels in case anyone will be asking. We have the Fool. We have a Star. We have Majors coming through. Oof. And the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get clarifying. The Fool is clarified by the 3 of Wands. This makes a lot of sense here. The Star is clarified by the 4 of Cups. Haha. The 4 of Cups, look, you have a Star card. These are your wishes and dreams. The 4 of Cups is like someone is uncertain if they want to take that cup, what is being offered, right? They're like, let me think about this. And it sits right on top of do not be tempted to lower your standards. So there is a message here saying, hey, you will know what's right for you next week and a half, and you'll say no to something that you feel it's less than you deserve. And that's going to be a great move, actually. So for example, you offer 2 jobs and the first job offers you maybe good working hours, right? It goes really well with your schedule, whatever you're doing apart from that 9 to 5, for example. And you're like, damn, I don't feel like this is right. It does feel right when I'm thinking about it logically, but I don't feel like I want to take this opportunity. A week later, you get another job offer that has great flexible schedule as well as better pay, and you go, okay, I'm so glad that I didn't take the first offer, that I didn't just grab whatever is being offered to me first, that I stood my ground, that I felt the decision through, because the 4 of Cups is very emotional, right? The decision is being made not as much from your headspace but from your heart. And you might not know at first why you're feeling the way you're feeling, or why you feel like you shouldn't take that job or opportunity in general. It could be regarding relationship too, guys. And then you go, damn, now I understand why. Because the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. We also have the 3 of Swords on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what this is about. Sorry if my voice is funny. The 8 of Swords. Oh, okay. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. It feels like to me here, someone has taken their time Someone is taking the time to think things through when it comes to opportunities. They don't want to jump into something too quickly because the Fool is clarified by Three of Wands. Let me think about this. Let me see this through. Let me see if that's the path, money path, that I want to take. I'm considering it with the Fool card to just jump head straight into it, but I feel like something is holding me back. And what's holding you back? It feels like it's your intuition. You might not understand it at first. You may think at first, or someone may say something, hey, this is the best offer you're going to get, why don't you take it now, right? And you go, deep down, I feel like this is not going to be the only offer, or this is going to be an offer that's going to keep me in some way bound or stuck. And I don't know, let me think about this. Let me think about what I actually want and what I believe is going to bring in success. So overall message for you next week and a half when it comes to this: do not jump into something straight away. Don't think that that offer or that person is going to be the only one. There is something else that's being presented to you in the future that you might not see just yet. Listen to your gut. Any other advice? Any other advice? Bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. And this feels like a slightly different story to me. I split the deck, we have the Emperor. It feels like you're having a conversation with someone. A very straightforward conversation about what you want and what doesn't fly with you. That's what kind of energy I'm seeing here. You may be talking to someone what behavior you're going to accept and what behavior they're going to accept. It's like you are trying to find an agreement. This could be with your boss or someone who in general just has a very bossy type of character. But whatever the case, you're both very straightforward. The Queen of Swords and the Emperor, it's a very logical, very... I'm hearing also reasonable conversation where both of you know where you stand. There is no drama. It's almost as if you have your list and the Emperor has his own list. And you're going through those lists to see if you can work together in some way. And if not, then not. No one's holding any grudges here. Temperance, Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, Four of Swords. With this I heard calm after the storm. So either you feel like you're working very hard on something right now. It could be a relationship, could be a job situation. You're trying to fight for something, fight for balance, I'm getting, fight for better, fight for your own well-being. And it feels like next week and a half, you're going to find yourself in a place where you're really happy. You don't have to fight for it anymore. You are not in this tense situation. You feel like you can relax and you're seeing the rewards of your efforts. What were you fighting for? What were you seeking for? Okay, now let's take these cards back. I want to put this deck aside. I'm gonna pull from the Steampunk Tarot. What about lowering your standards? Is there anything else that we haven't touched on? We have the Six of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Moon. Okay, bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Look at her facial expression. She definitely is not going to lower her standards. And you know what I'm getting with this? She won't do that, not just because she's full of ego, but because every time she did it in the past, she got burned. So she now has learned her lesson. I'm not going to minimize myself, and I'm not going to allow others to minimize me too, because whenever I tried doing that and I came back to the same thing, deep down I felt that that was the wrong thing to do. That's going to burn me in some way. That's going to hurt me in some way. So now I'm deciding to switch it up. How is she switching this up? What is the best route? What is the best route? It feels like someone's gonna do something very unexpected in other people's eyes with this Tower card here. I don't know what you're doing next week and a half, but you are surprising someone by your actions. So maybe, for example, if someone was so used to you pleasing them in some way, and you're going to be like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore, or I know that they expect me to do this, but it's really working against me, I'm not going to take that route. And the way that you're going to approach the situation, you're going to surprise someone very much. They're not going to see it coming. Particularly, I'm getting someone who has more masculine energy in them. Now, regardless of their sex, doesn't matter. Let's talk about achievements. What about your achievements next week and a half? We have the High Priestess. Remember, your achievements are very connected to your intuition. We talked about this already. You using your gut and feeling through, tuning into the intuition, you will be able to find the resources that you need. Maybe your work includes you having to use your intuition. And then acting on it, right? Acting on it. Even though other people might not understand why you're doing what you're doing, but as long as you know deep down that's right for you, you're standing your ground. Yeah, and you keep on working on what you want. See, your energy next week and a half, you're not backing down. It feels like you're in this warrior fighter mode, and you know what you need, you know what you want, and you're not allowing any obstacles to throw you off path, off track in general. So quite a strong week, pile number one. It doesn't feel like you're just looking for conflict, like in Five of Swords, you know. Sometimes people just want to get in arguments just to win an argument, but in reality no one wins. This feels like it's been building up until now. I'm seeing a glass being filled over time. Okay, I didn't say this, or I allowed this person to walk over me. I thought I'm gonna give them away because I didn't want any drama. But nah, next week you're like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. It's enough. I know what I want and I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. it belongs to me. So that's what kind of energy I'm getting for you, pile number one. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. Thanks for passing by. If you want to join the tribe, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, pile number two, let's see what we have for you next week and a half. In case you skipped the intro, my voice is funny because I'm currently sick. We have Cat, a two-faced friend. We have Pin, new job, career. We have one more card, right? With Cat, of course we do. We have Horseshoe, good luck. Okay, these came together. You're being protected from two-faced people next week and a half. But the way I'm picking this up is that someone's gonna show their true face. You won't even need to read between the lines. So anyone that would be important to watch out for, or not to talk to, or not to open up to too much because maybe they're gonna gossip your secrets, whatever the case. You won't have to read between the lines because this person will show themselves to you before anything happens, okay? We have Pin, new job, career, and we have chain of events that will affect your life. Now let's talk about these first two cards I want to pull from the, let's see which deck I want actually. I want the Haunted House Tarot. Let's see, what do we need to know about these two cards? What is happening next week and a half? The Devil, of course. That would be very applicable. Someone's behavior is not only hurting them but other people too. It's hard for someone to get out of a certain behavior. It feels like they got used to this. Ace of Cups. It's like someone has an itch next week and a half to do something that doesn't benefit them. It also could be an addiction. Someone hiding that they have an addiction, not wanting to show that or to talk about it. What do we have? We have the Four of Swords. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. It's gonna be an interesting story here, I can see. We have the Four of Wands. And we have a Tower. You know what I'm getting with this? Someone's illusions about another person is going to be shattered. And for some of you, this is not going to be news because you knew that, you felt that. But for others of you, you're going to see a situation with one particular person for what it is. And I'm seeing someone's shadow. I don't know if this is yours or this is other person's being revealed. And what they were thinking deep down, what their intentions are like, what they're struggling with. It's like someone is peeking into another person's soul, but they don't want to be seen. They don't want those dark parts to be seen because it's too difficult even for them to look at. But to be honest, this feels like a breakthrough. It's not going to be easy, but this is needed because someone has to wake up. Someone really has to wake up and to start seeing things for what they are, even if it's difficult to accept that. Okay? Now, let's continue. Pin, a new job, career. I'm going to switch decks. I want the Super Lunaris deck. What about a new job, career? Let's see. We have the Six of Cups, Judgment, Ten of Cups, and the Empress, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Okay. Bottom of a deck, we have a Tower. All right. It feels like rebuilding, to be honest. This is good. I like this. What I'm picking up here is that you're going to use some of the skills that you've learned in the past. But it's very interesting the way I'm seeing this. It's like you know that you have those skills, but you have forgotten about some of them. And you're using that knowledge or that particular skill for a new project, a new job, or in general, for a better structure in your work. How can I earn more money? What do I need to do? And there is something that you're pulling from the past or you are doing again. You're adding to your tool basket right now that you have forgotten about. So for example, you used to be a really good writer, but you dropped it, right? And now you're doing something different. Then it feels like you are joining those two together again. You're like, damn, I used to be really good at this. Can't I use this skill in what I'm doing now? And that's where success lies. Connecting something from the past with the present moment in order for a better tomorrow, if that makes any sense to you. It feels like financially you are about to upgrade, but I don't feel like you're going to see the rewards just yet. It feels further ahead in the future. Next week, it's about the decisions that you're making, how you're going to get more resources. And there is also someone else who's going to be influential. Could be your partner, could be your friend, could be your co-worker. Whoever they are making you really, really happy. This is someone who you dearly love. And this person holds information or has advice next week and a half that's going to be very beneficial. So listen to what they have to say. Of course, determine if that's the advice you want to take with you. Feel it through if that's right for you, but I really feel like they have something to say or something to suggest that's going to be of value. Overall, I feel like you're being prepared for a new start, pile number 2, when it comes to work in general. So either it would be you restarting the way you're doing things, trying new techniques or structure, or searching for a new job or a better paid job. And it's out there with a pin. Maybe you haven't found it just yet, but it's out there. It's already in your energy field. Let's clarify the chain. Chain of events that will affect your life. By the way, next week we're gonna have everything is very connected. Some of you will notice how connected all the events that were happening for the past 3 months are. Maybe you didn't pay attention to it before. We have the Nine of Cups. I love this energy. The Three of Cups. The Page of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords on top of the Nine of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords on top of the Three of Cups. And we have the Ace of Pentacles on top of the Page of Swords. Okay, next week is all about learning. Okay, in order for you to achieve what you want, it feels like you're going to want to learn to be better at what you do. So if you'll want to sign up for a seminar, a class, go to I'm getting a speech, someone's on stage, go for it. It feels like it's gonna be important. Your cards are saying what you're gonna invest your time and energy into next week and a half is going to determine how good the next half year will be. And you know that already. And I feel like some of the things that you will be talking about with your friends or someone who you consider your friend, it could be even a lover, right? Will be very beneficial, because it's like someone is gonna give someone an idea or a nudge, a kick in the butt to go and learn something, or not to be afraid to be an intern, if that makes sense. Even if, say, someone is so used to a job that they have and they're like, oh, I don't want to start over, I could search for a better job, but I really hate the beginning stages, or I have to learn everything again. But it's a short period of time, that friend would say, and then you could enjoy the rewards that that job gives you. So extra pay, or maybe it's closer to home, then you can have more time for yourself, whatever the case. It feels like someone is being nudged next week and a half to learn and to expand their skills. And don't be afraid to be a student in general, because what you don't see is that your wishes and dreams are somehow connected to learning more, expanding your knowledge. And if you focus on that now, it feels like soon enough you're going to get what you want and what you desire. Okay? So books, research, studies, learning from one another is going to be really important. I'm also hearing international. You might be looking for a job that's international, or the company is international, something like that. For a couple of you, I want to say expand your search. Don't only stick to one region. Open your eyes to broader horizons. Okay? I hope this made sense. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. If you want to join the tribe, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. So in case you skipped the intro, I know that this reading is a day late. I am currently sick, so I had to take some time to get my battery recharged yesterday, but I'm still not feeling 100%, so you probably will be able to hear it on camera. Let's go. Pile number 3. What is happening next week and a half? Haystack karma. You will reap what you have sown. We have purse. Pay attention to your finances. This is overall like very like collective message for my YouTube tribe. A lot of people will be focused on their finances, especially I want to say those who have invested the time, dedication, energy into pursuing something that you wanted in your careers, or connected maybe to your projects, your businesses, doesn't matter. It feels like a lot of people are getting rewards next week and a half. So congrats, I love that for you. We have fair woman dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, let's get clarifying, shall we? I want to use the Triple Goddess Tarot for you. Let's talk about the haystack karma. You will reap what you have sown. We have, of course, the Magician. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, let's get clarifying. Ace of Wands. Queen of Cups. The Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. Now, I'm gonna see someone because I feel like it's 50-50. It could be someone that you're dealing with too. I'm seeing someone who wanted to get to the finish line very quickly, or who wanted to achieve something very, very quickly, and they may have skipped the steps. You know how this feels like? It feels like someone, like, let's take a school example. Let's go back to school. There's one person who was learning for the exam. They took the time to really learn about the topics. They invested their energy in it. And there's another person who was partying, or who played video games instead of preparing for the exam. But that's not the point. The point is, with what energy that person comes to an exam, the one who played video games or partied or whatever the case. I'm seeing them opening the door and being very cocky in a way where they like, I can skip the steps and I can still get a good result because I'm going to play the teacher or to play the system in some way. And system plays us. There's nothing wrong with us playing the system. But what I mean by that is the energy that this person holds is like almost like they like, you know, I'm so proud of my skills as a player, that wherever I go, I will be able to make it, even if it's going to hurt other people. So if you dealt with someone who played you, who maybe said all the beautiful words and their words didn't match their actions, and they knew what they were doing, and they saw you hurting. Next week, week and a half, it feels like this person is getting their karma. They're being taught a lesson. They are being taught a lesson, and it's somehow going to hit their ego. Someone is being humbled next week, week and a half. Someone is being humbled by life. I want to say that. You can't always win. You can't always step on people's toes. You can't always do this. There are going to be you're going to be responsible one day for your actions, and it's gonna show up in a way that you might not like yourself. So we have a bit of tea starting this reading. Anything else? Let's see. I feel like I want to pull one more card. This feels like there is a lesson for someone to approach their finances, or to approach in general material world from a slightly different perspective. Yes, you can be proud of what you achieved, but you don't have to shove it in everyone's face. It's not about that. It's about having a good life. Experiencing the pleasures of life. But not because you want to show off, but because you really genuinely know that everyone deserves a life like this. And you looked at the relationship with your money. And now that you have money, or someone has money, how do you act then? It's almost as if someone gets an X amount of money, or gets something that they wanted, and the test is, now that you, for example, rich, is your behavior changing, how you treat other people? Do you feel like you are higher than others? It's like the haystack card is talking about someone revealing themselves. Either they're going to choose to be the same person, or they're going to get something that they wanted. For some of you, it could be even sex, right? Wanting to have sex with the other person. Once I got it, now I don't want it anymore. Bye. Or I got this amount of money, and now I suddenly I cannot. I'm seeing someone walking head held high so much that they can't see anymore. It's like they're looking into the sky. They're like, oh my God, I'm great. And everyone else is like, what happened to them? You know, that's what to watch out for. Or people who are like that, they're going to be revealed. Now let's look. First, pay attention to your finances. What do we have here? We have the Magician come through again. Wow, we have the Five of Wands come through. All right. And I'm shuffling the deck. You can hear it. Three of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Oop. We have Three of Swords. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. What I'm getting with this, I'm getting a situation where one person is very giving and the other person likes to take quite a lot. But this is not news to someone. If this is your reading, this is your reading. It's like I've been giving so much to this person, would it be emotionally or financially? And I'm feeling that I'm not appreciated in some way. So watch what you do with your money. Time is money as well, okay? How do you spend your time next week? We're gonna have who you choose to spend time with. Pile number 3, you have a couple of warnings here. Nothing to be paranoid, but it's like, hey, let's open our eyes. Let's see what we are doing. And this is not news because I feel like it's a repetitive thing. You may want to review your friendships, or you may want to look at new opportunities for friendships, because there is something new that wants to walk into your life. It's like you feel it. I want newness in my life. I feel like I need this fresh breath of air. And your cards are saying, okay, so let's go for it then. Let's put ourselves out there in order to meet new people. I'm also seeing someone taking something that it doesn't belong to them. I'm seeing someone getting into someone's business, but they shouldn't be. Checking the phone or opening the wallet, something like that. I don't really like this energy. It's like, if you don't trust me, what are we doing? Why don't you trust me? It could be in partnership. Someone is not trusting the other person because they feel alone and they're about to take the next step. Okay, it feels like someone is considering about either telling the other person what they know of, that somehow ruins their partnership, or what they were holding on to but they never spoke about, right? They never spoke about. It's like someone is being prepared to have a conversation that is not going to be very easy, but at the end of the day, it's going to make someone feel that they are They are a winner. I did it. Now I can move forward. I did it. I had that conversation. It was difficult, but I did it. Now I can move forward. So it feels like there is a release happening here of some sort when it comes to one particular relationship. It could be a work situation, platonic relationship, love, doesn't matter, romantic love. But someone is definitely receiving a message. And I'm getting that message had to be sent a while ago already. This conversation had to be had a while ago. Oh, wow. It feels like pile number 3 or next week and a half is all about clearing the slate. Revisiting the situations that you feel there's no closure in, or if you felt like you wanted to be open and vulnerable with someone, you're doing that because you feel like you want to progress. And there's something that is holding you back, but it's very emotional. You're like, I feel like I need to do this before I go there. And it's right, because it feels like you're being prepared for a completely fresh way of living, I want to say. And you want to start clean. No baggage, clean slate completely. I wanna go. I wanna go. I'm not looking back. So quite a powerful energy. I also am seeing someone sending a letter or an email, writing a message, and whatever is in that message, they wanted to say that for a while. So there is some sort of closure happening next week and a half. I hope this made sense, group number 3. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. If you want to join the tribe, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.